Hi, this is Sassy Scrapper, and I told you I was going to show you one of the mini albums from the Take a Spin tutorial by Kathy Order, Paper Phenomenon. This is one of them. This is one of my many unfinished projects. I'm actually losing count. It's 8+ projects that are not done. I'm actually thinking of redoing this one. I told you guys that I put pictures. My first one, I put way too many pictures. This is the one. Way too many. On mine, I did mine a little bit different. I used this punch. She didn't do that. She added a few accessories on the outside. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but if I do, it will be on the other one when I redo it. Let's open it up. Oh, forgot to tell you, just in case you didn't see the other video. This is 7.5 by 5 5/8. You open it up. I have pictures of family in here. It's not finished by any means, but for the most part it kind of is. I don't have all the pictures that I want. On some stuff I'm really happy, but I'm not sure if you can tell. Some of these pictures are warped. I didn't know about... I knew about burnishing, but I didn't know that I never wanted to damage my picture, so I wasn't willing to do it. But I now know I can put a scrap piece of paper and then burnish all I want to, so everything's flat. A little too late now, which would be one of the reasons why I want to redo this project. But just in case you guys have that same problem, now you know what to do. But a lot of old family photos from way back when. This one happens to just be outdoor stuff. We were either at a lake or a park, fishing, barbecuing, tailgating before it was cool. My aunt and uncle are hanging out here in the back of a pickup truck with a camper here also, along with my cousin, my grandfather, my mom fishing, my dad, I'm sure telling somebody what to do. Some of these people are no longer with us. And I did put way too many pictures. You can't see, you can barely see this pattern paper. I know now to do, instead of doing a 3x4, doing a 2x3, or only putting one picture and leaving a small spot for journaling. I left no spots for journaling. It was... yeah, I was seriously still learning. I still am. But each page is patterned the same. They all have these little tabs here that pull out. Okay, need to regroup. Okay, in every pocket there is some type of photo mat. I haven't added anything to this. It literally takes up the whole thing. I left no room for journaling at all. I'm hoping you guys can learn from my mistakes. Here you can actually see the pattern paper a little bit, but once you put this in there, not so much. These mats, along with this, I love the way she did it. But I covered up so much of the paper, and to me, it's not just about the photos, it's about making the album pretty and being able to see the pretty paper. So I'm going to have to redo this, like maybe with these, crop it to where, you know, we just see the top half of them. It's my grandmother here, my grandfather, some aunts and uncles. And some of the people, I don't even know who they are. Some of these are so old, I couldn't tell you. Because I don't remember them looking that young. And in this photo, I don't recognize anybody. That's a really old photo that I had printed. And you can still see the cracks, even though I had scanned it and printed it out. It still looks like an old photo, which is really awesome. When I went to put it on here, I was like, oh my gosh, I grabbed the original. And it took me a sec before I realized it was a copy. But I do like the way she worked this. You know, this lifts up. I like it and I don't like it, because when you go to put it in here, sometimes they catch on this back part. But not always. She made it to where this lifts up. And it also has another mat. Oh, this one doesn't open up. My mom with my grandfather. My grandfather and a bunch of my uncles and one of my aunts. An old Christmas photo. I think this might be me, but I'm not facing the camera, so I'm not quite sure. Some of my cousins, and I actually think this might be my dad playing Santa. I know he did do it one year. Which year? I'm not sure. I know I was around 4, 5, or 6, and that would be around the right time. This is an L pocket, which I was quite happy to learn how to make. Eventually I'm going to do tutorials on just individual things like an L pocket, or how to make one of these pockets so that you can attach it to a page. And someday, maybe when I grow up, I'll do a tutorial on a whole mini album when I get better at it. But for now, I'm still pretty new, and I've found it hard to find information on how to do these things. I've searched all over the place on the internet, and without having to pay, and you know, wanting to learn how to do something as simple as an L pocket. I shouldn't have to pay tons of money to learn how to do this. It should just be free information to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I know you guys, and I know everybody puts in a lot of effort into the things that they make, and oh, this is one of my favorite things here. It's a little, well, like movie film, and my oldest brother and my youngest brother, I don't know where they took these, but my oldest brother is no longer alive, so I'm actually kind of forgetting what he looks like, because it's been 30 years since he passed. So it was nice to get these old photos and be able to put them on here. So I actually kept this on my desk for the longest, and just kept looking at it. But the first one I did of my grandparents, the first page. The second page I did of my mom. This is my mom and her first husband. Not a fan of him. Don't know what she was thinking. She was beautiful. Him not so much. Some more of my mom, and two of my brothers and my oldest sister. A brother, a sister, a brother. There's a total of 6 of us. We're 3 boys, 3 girls. Had a little Brady Bunch thing going on. Brady Bunch with the tan. Some more of my mom, and again, this looks like an old photo. If you didn't see this, I actually probably should have just chopped that off so you wouldn't see the white here. When I remake it, I will. I still have some pictures that are loose because it took me forever. I knew I wanted to put this picture in here, but I couldn't find it when I was still putting everything together. So I just added it here. One of my sisters when she was a baby. Very cute. With her little curly Q there. My mom and my oldest sister. And another mat. And on these mats, I didn't, because one is landscape style and the others are portrait style, I wasn't sure which way to do this. Still not sure, but eventually I'll figure it out, and I really should have left a little of the edge here and not put the picture all the way to the corner. Okay, this is my mom's twin, and her, I think she's been with him since high school. They've been together forever. This is my mom and my dad and her twin and my uncle. And I'm doing my best not to throw names in there. Some more photos of them as they get older. Her by herself. She was very pretty. Some of her kids, and this is my cousin. This is actually my sister, and they call themselves twin cousins because they have a lot of similarities. And this is me with that same cousin and my youngest brother. Looking very happy. I don't know what was going on. I don't remember the day, but it's really cool that we have a pic. I really did get some of these pics just right before and right after I made this album. Okay, see, this is where part of that is getting caught. And see, I still have some blank spots because I put pictures of my aunt's kids, and for whatever reason, I don't have a picture of one of my cousins, her daughter, her youngest child. This is my mom and her twin on their 39th birthday. And with their dad. And some other time, I'm not sure when, just know that some kind of party, because there's beer. And from what I could tell, my family only took pictures of parties. It's probably normal for everyone. I know every time I go to a family function now, I didn't used to when I was younger, but about a year ago I started taking a camera with me everywhere. I realized I'm getting older, my memory's fading. My aunts and uncles, my parents, they're getting older. This is my aunt and one of her friends from when she was younger. She doesn't like her picture taken, and she definitely does not want it on Facebook or YouTube. So I had to cover her up. So anytime you see a little purple paper, that's her. Some of her kids. And it actually, and I didn't even do this on purpose. Her name's Rose, and I, by chance, I probably shouldn't have even said that, put her pictures on. This is the page I picked for her, not because there was a rose. It was an accident. I got really lucky. Some of the mats flip, or like a booklet. Some of them not so much. This was a trip that a bunch of my family members, that's my mom there, and that's my uncle, and my cousin. We went to Magic Mountain. I remember it being fun and not so fun. We all got tired. I remember being on a little train with my brother, and he hit his head on something and he was crying, and we didn't want to walk anymore. And, but I also remember getting on the rides and how they were fun, and I found out on that very trip that I get motion sickness. Not a good thing. Not at Magic Mountain. This is my mom, and she happens to be pregnant with my baby brother here. Aunts and uncles. My mom and one of her sisters. And I love this picture. It's my aunt with my baby brother and two of my cousins. It's a nice picture. Obviously, this is around Halloween. It's my dad, and nobody's for sure because nobody wrote on the back of these pictures, but we think this is my aunt. I tell you which one, but I'm trying not to say names. And my baby brother, my little brother. Ooh, and there's some more of them. Well, up close and personal on this one. They chopped it off a little too much. That wasn't my doing. All the sisters in the family having fun. And their kids all dressed up. And I know it's weird to show the albums with pictures, but to me it really is the point of doing these. And I see all these warps in the pictures, and I really just need to redo this album, and I might actually have to order more paper and everything to redo it. And I don't think I have enough. And this page is where my uncles were supposed to start, and I realized I don't have pictures of all of my uncles yet. And one of my uncles asleep on the couch. One of my uncles that recently passed away a couple of years ago, and this was a long time ago because he is so young. This is his son, who happens to be 42 years old now, and is unfortunately in the hospital as we speak, fighting for his life. So please send prayers. This uncle, when I scanned all of these pictures, I actually posted them on Facebook so that my family members could see them. And one of my cousins let me know that when she got a divorce, her now ex-husband demolished all of her pictures, so she did not have not one picture of her dad at all. She was in tears looking at Facebook, and it made spending all of those hours scanning the pictures well worth it. I'm hoping to get some more. My mom's supposed to be on a mission to find all of her photo albums, so the next time I see her I can scan them. These pictures are actually from my aunt that I scanned because she's here in Phoenix. So she's only an hour away, but my mom's a little bit further. I put that in there. Upside down. And some more pictures that are just hanging out, just ready to go. But I need more of my uncles, and I think I'm actually going to have to put them in a different album. This is my uncle, and I'm not sure who, and my mom's cousin, and I'm not sure who. Everybody here looks at various parties throughout all of the years. This is my mom's ex-sister-in-law, but we've stayed friends with her for forever, and the man she married, I literally could not tell you his name if I wanted to, because I don't remember. I just remember that when we were younger, he looked just like Freddie Fender. But I do plan on redoing it and make it to where the pictures don't look warped. And I wish I could pull them up, but I use liquid glue because, you know, some people just have sticky fingers and want to take old pictures thinking, ooh, this is a picture of me. And I wanted to ensure they didn't do that. Well, I can't get this stuff up. So if you want to make it permanent, liquid glue is the way to go. 3-in-1. Or Scotch quick dry. Real quick. These smaller ones that also go with that tutorial. 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. Both of the smaller ones are the same size. Flips out. This is just something I want to put. I'm not quite sure what I planned on doing with them. I don't even remember anymore. I did this back in February. And I haven't looked at them in quite a while. She didn't use this punch. I don't remember which punch she used, but it's the one I had. And I don't think she used this one either, but I figured I wanted another decorative element. The other one is this one, which the pages are a little, actually no, not really, other than she reversed to where the craft is on the other end and the black are pretty much reversed. This is back before I was using 3-in-1. This is Scotch quick dry, and you can see, I'm pretty sure, the shininess of that glue that I never could get up. That's why I use 3-in-1 now. You can either use one of those adhesive erasers or use your finger and just rub it until it comes up, as long as it's still wet. And this is actually a pocket. Sorry, I was more worried about the other album. And a pocket. And they're all the same. And a pocket. Well, thanks for watching.